Five, four, three, two, one. Hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Van. I am a coach, I'm an author, I'm a speaker. I run a business called Fantastic Solutions, where I help women figure out and discover who they are. I also have a nonprofit called Sisters Can We Talk, where we help women to fill in the gaps of the social disparities of health. And with those, I'm also a wife and a mother. Been married for 32 years and have two adult children. So now that you know a little bit about me and we're acquainted now, I want to talk to you just a little bit about breaking the cycle of the merry-go-round. I think all of us at some point have been on a merry-go-round. We've gone to an amusement park, and it is one of the cool things that happened, whether it was at an amusement park or maybe it was in the mall. I can remember taking my daughter to a merry-go-round in the mall after she got her ears pierced. It's a beautiful thing. The thing about a merry-go-round is that it's going to take you in this space that makes you feel like you're moving, makes you feel like you're making progress, makes you feel like you're going someplace. There's mesmerizing music, and there's these phenomenal mirrors that are trick mirrors, and they give you this sensation of feeling and looking and having the appearance of doing something when maybe you really aren't. And I use this merry-go-round analogy because I think that for a lot of women, we get on the merry-go-round and we feel like we're making progress, but we're really not. And it really became apparent to me in about 2015. I was teaching 8th grade. I didn't tell you that I'm a former public school teacher, but I was teaching 8th grade. And I don't know, but any of you teachers that are out there, you know that there are just some times in teaching where you have had the time, you have had the ability to just sit down and really, really work on a fabulous lesson. And that was what I had. I had a stellar lesson. We were coming back from winter break. We were going to come back. We were going to talk about how 8th graders, we were closer to being adults than we were to being little kids. We were closer to high school, and in 4 years, you're going to be a voter. I taught US history, so I was always talking about empowering and being that voter and being that person that can make the change. And so we're having this conversation about how they can be the change, and we're talking about goal setting and what they're going to do in their new year and how things are going to change for them. And while we were looking at that, I had a student raise his hand. Now, this was a precocious, pretty student, and he was he liked to sleep because this was first hour. But this particular day, he was awake, and he had gotten good rest during the winter break. So he raises his hand, and I reluctantly answer him. And I said, "Yeah, what is it that you want? What are you going to contribute to this conversation?" He said, "I just want to know what you're going to do with your life." What? Little boy, what do you mean, what am I going to do with my life? I have 2 degrees at that time. My name is on the door. What do you mean, what am I going to do with my life? This is not about me. This is about you. And he said, "Well, I mean, like, what are you going to do with your life? Like, is this all there is to it? Are you just going to be stuck here teaching us? I mean, like, don't get us wrong. We like you being here with us, and this is great. But really, is this really all there is to your life?" This was first hour, and I had to teach the same thing 6 more times. And I really began to have to think, is this really all there is of my life? What am I supposed to be doing? And it sent me on this journey that I called the merry-go-round. This journey that I really began to evaluate all of the aspects of my life. What was I doing? Who am I? Where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be saying? Who am I supposed to be saying it to? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of my life? Is this not what I'm supposed to be doing? If it's not what I'm supposed to be doing, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh my gosh. And it sent me on this journey. And I just want for any of you out there that are on this same journey or at this same place or at this crossroads, or you're at that space where your kids don't need you as much as they used to because they're adults, or because they're, at that place where they're moving on to college, and you're trying to find your value, you're trying to find where you are. I just want to tell you today, you can break the cycle of the merry-go-round. And I want to give you just a few things to really think about. The first thing I want you to think about is, how do you really get honest with who you are and what you do? You have to begin to evaluate yourself. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my triggers? What are the things that I like? What are the things that bring me joy? What are the things that make me sing? What are the things that are part of my passion? What are things that bring joy into my life? When I don't know the answers to these questions, I will be in limbo. I was. You will be too. Some of you are right there. You're trying to figure out, what do I really like to eat? I eat this because my kids like it, or I eat this because my husband likes this, or I go to these places that my family likes, but I don't really like them. But what do you like? What do you love? What serves you? Who are you supposed to be serving? What is the truth of who you are? When you begin to challenge your assumptions, when you begin to challenge the things that you are doing because you're doing them for who? I'm doing the things that I've always done because I'm doing them out of a lack of clarity. I'm doing them because I've gotten into the routine of doing them, even when they don't serve me. Challenge your assumptions. Challenge the story that you are telling yourself. I'm a part of a Kansas Leadership Center here in Kansas, and one of the things that we talk about is getting to really know, when we really get to know ourselves, when we get to manage ourselves, one of the questions that we ask is, what is the story that others are telling about us? And I don't want you to really worry about what the story that others are telling about you, but I really want you to evaluate, what story are you telling about yourself? What story do you get up and repeat to yourself every morning in the mirror? I listened to with my kids, we were having this whole motivational time. And one of the motivational videos had a guy named Eric Thomas. Some of you may know him. And Eric just really asked this question, and it stuck with me. And this was the thing that was just rattling in my head. Do you really know yourself? Have you taken the time to sit down and really begin to know who you are? See, we study everybody else. We study, I don't like her. Her shoes are cute. We study all the kind of things that about other people, but we never take the time to study ourselves. And so in step number 1, I want you to get honest with yourself and study who you are and get to know who you are so much that you know what you like and you know what you don't like. Spend time with yourself. I know I had to work on this. I know that I had to learn how to just be able to be okay and quiet with just being with me. See, your breakthrough comes when you know how to make yourself happy and fulfilled. That self-fulfilling also comes into this other piece. And this other piece is getting a circle. Because sometimes you need a sounding board. Sometimes you need some people outside of your house that you can begin to have conversation with, that you can come in to koinonia, or that place of coming together, to that togetherness, that fellowship. You need to have that place and those people. Now, we know that in the Bible, Jesus had 12, but he really had 3. while he had this bigger circle, he also broke that bigger circle down into a smaller circle. So I'm not telling you to just go out and find a bunch of girls to go hang out with. And I'm not telling you that you need this huge circle of people to enshrine you, but I am telling you that you do need people that can cheer you on. You do need people that can give you a straight answer. You do need people that can correct you. You do need people that in your life can say, sis, nah, I think you off on this one. You do need those people in your life for correction, for restoration, to build, to restore the things that you need in your life. So sis, find you a circle. I'm not telling you again that this has to be some big, huge, gungeous group of people that are coming together, but I'm just saying, find you a circle of ladies that you trust. A circle of ladies who, while you are helping them, they are helping you. Where your love and your time and your compassion are reciprocal. Proverbs 17:17, just the A part of verse 17, says, a dear friend will love you no matter what. And it is important to have that circle. But one of the things you have to understand is that you can't truly begin to operate in your passion. You can't truly begin to operate in who you are called to be until you do this final step, which is make the main thing the main thing. There's a book out by a guy named Greg McKeown, and it's called Essentialism. And one of the things that he shares in this book is once you give yourself permission to stop trying to do it all, to stop saying yes to everyone, you can make your highest contribution towards the things that really matter. Yeah. Let that sit there for a moment, because I don't know about you. And, y'all may have it all together out there, but I didn't, and I don't. I say yes to things, and I come into covenant with things that sometimes are not essential. And the thing that I find out is when I'm in things that are not essential, they are not things that energize me. They are things that suck from me. And so I want you to begin to think about, as you look at being honest about who you are and what you want and what your passion is and where your passions lie, as you are truly honest about that, I want you to think and to really be aware of what is happening in your body when you go into certain situations. Are these situations things that plug in and build you and give you energy and give you strength and serve your passion? Or are these things that suck from you like a leech? What is truly essential? So he goes on to say that you must edit the non-essential things out so that you can truly become clear on the things that are truly essential. Focus on creating buffers for your time and your resources to avoid rushing and eliminate bottlenecks rather than creating additional processes. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to do, what I'm about to engage in, is this truly essential? Does this build me? Does this edify me? Does this help me to be a better me? Does this help me to be a better version of what I'm called to be? Does this fulfill my mandate? Does this help me pursue what it is that I believe that I am called to do? And if it doesn't, then we need to look at, is it truly essential? I want you to think about what is essential. And as you navigate through that essentialism, the final thing that we want to talk about before I have to go today is to just think about your health. Yeah. You only get one you. There's only one. You only get one. Now, some of our parts are interchangeable and we can get some new things. And there's lots of new technology that will help us live our best life. You know, if our hair comes out, we can get new hair. We can get, all kinds of things. We can get replacement limbs. We can do all sorts of things with technology, but you really only get one you. When you are worn, when you are frustrated, when your mental health is not there, when you are not eating well, when you are not sleeping well, when you are not getting the nutrients that you need in your body, you will not function well. And so, friends, I just tell you, make sure that as we are thinking about and as we are looking at how do we make the main thing, how do we make sure that we are getting our circle right? How do we make sure that we are focusing and we know exactly who it is that we are because we're being honest with ourselves? If we don't make sure that our health mentally, physically, spiritually is intact, remember, we are mind, body, and soul. And if that is not intact, we will not be able to serve who we're called to serve. What are you eating? When was the last time you had a physical? When was the last time you went to the doctor? Sis, part of breaking the cycle is we have to make sure that we're healthy, mind, body, and spirit. We have to make sure that everything that we do is about building this temple and making sure that this temple is ready and willing and able to go and serve. So we have to break the cycle. We have to break the cycle of poverty. We have to break the cycle in our life of discontent. We have to break the mental cycles. We have to break the trauma cycles. We have to break those cycles in order for us to be able to share with the next generation. So I encourage you, be honest with yourself. I haven't been taking care of myself. I don't know what I like. I don't know what makes me happy. But figure that out. Be honest with yourself. Get you a circle. Find those people that not only call you for help, but that when you need help, they're there to catch you. And then make the main thing the main thing. With these tools, you can begin your freedom walk. No, every day won't be sunny. It won't be happy. But with that circle of friends, somebody's got a flashlight, and let them shine the light so you can see your way to the end. Don't give up. Don't give out. I don't know about you, but I want to give away everything that I'm assigned to give away. I want to plant every seed that I'm assigned to plant. And I want to live the life, this life, on this side to the fullest and break the cycle in my life that does not allow me to fulfill the promises that God has for me. I'm Dr. Michelle Van, and I would love to connect with you. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. I am J. Michelle Van, just about anywhere that you see me. And know that you are powerful beyond what you can even see. And if you will take these steps, freedom and breaking of the cycle will happen for you and yours. God bless.